morning and warm welcome, dear students, to your geography class, chapter 2, Interior of the Earth, part 2. Now, in this picture at the background, you must have noticed there are two pictures over here. One shows the entire Earth being dissected, and you have already studied about the crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. Now we will learn further. If you take a slice of the earth, suppose like a cake, right? Now when you cut a cake, it forms like a triangle, isn't it? Now think of that and think of our earth. Now if you take a slice, what you see? You can see the upper layer will be the sea level, then the crust, then the mantle, and then the core, as you can see here. And each one has different kilometers. I will look about it in detail. Today we will dive into the crust of the earth. That means the layers of the interior of the earth. Today we will learn about the mantle, the core, the magnetosphere. Alright. So let's watch a video on this part.
There is a layer known as lithosphere. The crust and the uppermost layer of the mantle together form the lithosphere. While the asthenosphere has a depth of 400 kilometers, the lithosphere extends from 10 to 200 kilometers. The next layer of the earth is the outer core. This layer is exceedingly hot. It has a temperature of about 5000 degrees Celsius. The outer core consists mainly of liquid iron. It has a depth of 2200 kilometers. The core mantle boundary is located at 2900 kilometers below the surface of the earth. We now come to the innermost layer of the earth, the inner core. The inner core has a temperature of around 6000 degrees Celsius. This is nearly the temperature of the sun's surface. The inner core has a depth of 1250 kilometers. Unlike the outer core, the inner core is in solid state. The intense pressure of the layers of the earth ensures that the inner core remains solid in nature. Deep within the core of the earth, there are radioactive elements such as uranium. These elements give off heat when they decay. This slows down the rate at which the earth is cooling. But the core also has a very important function. It is responsible for the magnetic field of the earth. The magnetic field is generated in the inner core, and the convections within the outer core result in the creation of magnetic fields. This magnetic field is what protects us from solar winds and high energy particles of the sun. The four layers of the earth all have special functions. Now you know what the earth looks like on both the inside and the outside.
Children, you have seen the core and the magnetosphere. Now let me explain to you what it is. First we will talk about the mantle. Here you can see in this diagram, figure 2.2, image showing the earth's interior. This is the mantle. In this there is two layers. Upper mantle, which is over here above the dotted line, and here this is the lower mantle. Now the mantle, it lies below the crust. This is the crust. Alright. It's divided in two layers, upper mantle and lower mantle. It begins at a depth of around 42 kilometers from the earth's surface. It causes of internal energy, mountain, building rifts, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, etc. The layer depth is 2870 kilometers. Here you can see from here till here. This is the layer depth. The temperature over here is 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degrees Celsius. The average density of the layer is 4.5 gram per centimeter cube. The density of the lower mantle over here is about 5.7 grams per centimeter cube. Now let us look at the core. Core is below the mantle over here. Now there are two parts over here. One is the outer core, which is in liquid state, and this is the inner core. This is also in liquid state. It starts from 2900 kilometers from the Earth's surface. From here till here, it's about 2900. It extends from the mantle till the center of the Earth. The thickness is 3471 kilometers. Core is divided into two parts, outer core and inner core. So now you have understood about mantle and core. Now you will look at outer core and inner core. So we have learned about mantle and core. Now core is divided into two parts, I told you. One is outer core and second one is, what is the second one, children? Tell me. Inner core. So what is the outer core? It extends from around 2900 kilometers to 5100 kilometers. Secondary waves cannot pass through it, through the core. Primary waves travel to this layer. The outer core is in two states, liquid and semi-liquid. The density of the outer core, this one, is 9.8 grams per centimeter cube. And the temperature over here is 5000 degrees Celsius. It contains iron element. Now the inner core, this is over here. It extends from around 5150 kilometers to the depth around 6371 kilometers. That is to the center of the Earth. Inner core is in solid state. And since it is getting, see, here is shown as liquid, okay, but it is getting solidified. Now from liquid it is getting solidified because it is it's very hot over there. Just imagine above 5000 degrees Celsius. Density of the sphere is 13.3 gram per centimeter cube. Major elements found here is nickel and iron. That's why it is called a Ni-Fe. Ni-Fe. Nickel plus iron is equal to Ni and Fe. Fe means ferrous, which is iron. Iron materials in this layer are under extreme pressure. That is why it forms into a solidified state. From liquid it becomes into solid. Temperature of the inner core is 6000 degrees Celsius. It is almost the surface temperature of the sun, as you have seen in the video. Now we'll look at about how magnetic field is formed. The difference between the temperatures of the outer and inner core gives rise to electrical currents. The spirally motion, circular, vertically, is caused to the liquid. An iron magnetic field is generated called as geodynamo. What is called? Geodynamo. That is the iron magnetic field. This cover develops around the Earth because of the magnetic field. The Earth's atmosphere is protected from the solar winds coming from the sun. You know, the sun is giving out rays, right? Those rays are very powerful. Very means very powerful. 6000 degrees Celsius rays are coming towards the Earth. Now, to protect the Earth, this kind of field, magnetic field, is being generated around the Earth. So when the rays are coming towards the Earth, it's getting deflected back. Of course, some of the heat comes from, that's why we experience the heat. But most of the heat has been deflected and and we are protected from the solar winds. The magnetic field thus developed around the Earth is called magnetosphere. And let us look at the diagrams. Observe these two diagrams, diagram A, diagram B. Diagram A is the Earth's magnetosphere. Here you can see the solar winds are coming. That means the sun is over here and the winds, solar winds are coming. And this is our Earth, alright? And this is the magnetic field which is generated. It causes a magnetopause. This deflects the solar winds back and protects us. And over here, this is Earth, a magnetic, geomagnetic pole and equator. Here you can see the geomagnetic axis, geomagnetic and the geographical axis. This is the geographical equator. Earth, a magnet. Why is it called a magnet? Because it protects us from the extreme solar winds of the sun. Now we will look at the video explanation of part 2.
Remember, elements found in various layers of the Earth's interior: silica, aluminium, silica, magnesium, nickel, discontinuity was deduced by a scientist called Mohorovičić. It has been named after him as Moho discontinuity. There is a discontinuity between mantle and core too. It has been named after Gutenberg, the scientist who discovered it. Mantle. Below the crust lies the mantle. Mantle can be divided into two layers, upper and lower mantle. The upper layer is more in liquid state. Here one finds magma chambers. It is through these chambers that magma comes out on Earth's surface during volcanic eruptions. This layer is also known as asthenosphere. Epicenters of deep-seated earthquakes are usually found here. Mantle begins at the depth of around 42 km from the Earth's surface. The internal energy released due to endogenetic movements occurring in this layer is responsible for mountain buildings, rifts, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, etc. In this layer, it is inferred that the temperature at a depth of 2400 to 2900 km depth would be around 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degrees Celsius. Here, there is a sudden change in the structure and density of material. It is estimated that this layer extends up to a depth of 2870 km. Average density of this layer is 4.5 gram per centimeter cube, and it increases with depth. Increasing pressure is the reason behind this. The density of lower mantle its surface. The core starts from around the depth of about 2900 km from the Earth's surface. The part of the Earth's interior extending from the mantle up to the center of the Earth is the core. The thickness of the core is about 3471 km. This layer can be divided into outer core and inner core. Outer core. Outer core extends from around 2900 km to 5100 km. The secondary waves cannot pass through the core. They get absorbed in this region. This has led the scientists to believe that the core could be liquid or semi-liquid in nature. The primary waves travel through this layer. but their speed reduces when passing through this layer. The density of outer and degrees Celsius is more of this area. The difference between the temperatures of the outer and inner core gives rise to vertical currents. The Earth's rotation gives them eddy, circular motion. Electrical currents develop in these spiral eddies of liquid iron, and thus magnetic field is generated. It is sometimes called the geodynamo too. This magnetic field of the Earth is functional even outside the Earth's surface for quite a distance. As a result, a core develops around the Earth because of the magnetic field. The Earth's atmosphere extends from around 5,150 km to the depth of Fe and nickel. The this sphere is around 13.3 gram per. Therefore, this layer is called Nephe, as the material in this layer are under extreme pressure. The inner core is in solid state. The temperature here is almost equivalent to the surface temperature of the sun. Use your brain power. As you go in the interior of the Earth, guess what changes will you notice in your weight? Try to find out the reason behind it. The left curve in figure A shows the velocity of secondary S waves, while the curve on the right shows primary P waves. There are many changes occurring in the curve of the secondary waves. The curve drawn with the help of dots shows the average velocity of the waves. The curve of the secondary waves seems to have ended around the depth of 2,900 km. Changes are visible even in the curves of the primary waves. The velocity of the primary wave increases according to depth till 2,900 km. The velocity of secondary waves is around 6 to 8 km per second around the boundary of the outer core, and the curve has stopped there. These waves do not enter the core. At 2,900 km, the velocity is around 12 km per second. But when it enters the core, the velocity reduces to 8 km per second. See this as shown in the dot curve. On the basis of these curves, the scientists have inferred the densities at various depths. The density curve of the Earth's interior is shown in figure increases at certain depth from the P shows and reduces according to depth. At the center is in the density as and visible from the curve. Think about it. Imagine the Earth's interior and write 10 of them on the figure. Think about it. Imagine the Earth's interior and write 10 to 12 sentences on it. Find out what is World Earth Day? Why is it celebrated?
This is a summary of the entire lesson, children. This is crust. Crust is the uppermost layer of the surface of the Earth. which is in solid state and has an average thickness of approximately 30 to 35 kilometers. Continental crust, composed of silica and aluminium, also known as Cl. Oceanic crust, made up of silica and magnesium, also referred to as SEMA. This layer about 7 to 10 kilometers approximately. When we come to mantle, upper mantle and lower mantle, found below the crust and begins at around 42 kilometers. The layer is also termed as asthenosphere. The upper mantle is also called as asthenosphere. And the layer is in liquid state. Lower mantle is about at a depth of 5.7 core is present below the mantle. Starts about 2,900 kilometers from the surface of the earth and it extends till the center of the earth. I have shown you there are two cores, outer core and inner core. Outer core is in liquid state, extends to 2,900 kilometers from 2,200 to 5,100 kilometers. We come to the end of this lesson, children. I hope you have understood it very clearly with all the videos and explanations and the diagrammatic figures. So, thank you very much.